What's up, everybody? Brett here for our first ever face cam Battle Brothers video. I thought I'd do it today because this is going to be sort of a special episode. It's an inaugural long campaign that we are going to start off. Guys, I heard you. I read the votes. Peasant. We're doing a Peasant campaign. I'm excited. I might be a little tongue twisted. It might be a little cringy. I don't normally do this. I've made like 1,000 videos. I've never used my face. I thought we could try it today, though. I thought it'd be something new, something fun. Today is going to be a bit of a shorter video. Maybe not shorter even. It might go sort of long, but it's not going to be a battle-focused video because whenever you do the Peasant Militia start, you have so many brothers that you start with. There's so much stuff that you need to get organized that I might just keep the video a little bit condensed. We'll focus on, you know, because it will be a long campaign, I feel like I should make it a little bit new player friendly, which means I might go over some of the mechanics and stuff that normally I just sort of gloss over. So if you're an experienced Battle Brother player, there might be some redundancy in this episode. But yeah, so guys, I'm Brett. I mean, I've got dual monitors set up. You might see me look to the side, right? But for the most part, I'm going to be focusing straight ahead. My green screen setup is a little mediocre, even though my office is pretty sweet. I'm going to be working on it. I might not do this for every episode unless you guys really want me to. But for the most part, stuff will be as usual. If this adds something, if this is distracting, all you got to do is let me know in the comment sections, yay or nay, right? I'm good for whatever. If you were always curious what I look like, you wanted to match a voice to the face, I know that feeling. I've been watching YouTube videos myself for a long time, and some of the people that I watch, they never post their faces. So the head is shaved, thanks to quarantine. Thanks, quarantine. Just couldn't stand to be fuzzy headed, so I just like took clippers to my head. I had an epic beard twice now in the quarantine. It takes me about 3 months to grow a pretty serious Battle Brothers worry beard. Like, just look at this guy. That was me. that was me not that long ago, but I shaved it off because it's 100-something degrees in Texas. I look like one of the peasants that we're about to play as. But guys, like I said, y'all voted. I have a good idea for a theme for this episode, and the theme is going to, well, not even episode, for the entire series, we are going to play as a Warhammer-based, that's kind of my flair on it, the Warhammer-based Empireman. It's gonna, I think it's gonna be pretty sweet. We're gonna make our build surrounding that. It's gonna be part of the parameters of this Let's Play, and let's jump into it, and I'll talk some more about it once we get in. Weaponry choices, build choices, perk choices, all that good stuff we're going to focus on once we get in. So, it started as a ragtag militia made up of anyone brave or desperate enough to volunteer for defending their homes, but has grown into a small army, an army that needs to be fed each day. Perhaps the militia services could be rented out? Alright, so peasant army, start with a roster of 12 poorly equipped peasants, which is both a blessing and a curse, believe me, because you're going to get some truly amazing brothers. I've done this start like a couple times in the past just to see like what type of stars I could expect, what types of backgrounds, and you can get some amazing brothers out of 12 men, and you'll get some stinkers as well, and those are guys you might want to consider getting rid of early on so you're not dividing experience among them, but also perhaps throw them in the front, that way they die and not the good brothers, right? So because we expect high attrition, we're going to wait on naming brothers for a little while. The human wave. Take up to 16 men into battle at once and have up to 25 in your roster. That's one of the coolest, most unique parts of this. It, of course, will make some of the battles easier in a way because we'll have more men to use. We'll have more options in battle. But it also makes it harder because of dirty peasants. You can never hire anyone that isn't a lowborn peasant. We're not going to have hedge knights. I don't think we can even use gladiators, like, you know, from the new DLC. There are certain backgrounds we just won't ever be able to recruit. I'm curious to see which of the new southern backgrounds from the Blazing Deserts that we won't be able to recruit. Can we get nomads? I feel like the answer to that is yes. Can we get assassins and gladiators? I feel like the answer to that is no. But we'll have to try it out together and see. Yeah, let's do it. 16 men in battle, though, is quite the boon. Having 25 men in our roster leaves us lots and lots of room for storytelling and for okay, we're gonna change this up. Storytelling, and just you guys can give me lots of names. We can have lots of different unique characters. We can we can have more than one build within a single company, which is what I really love. We'll have interchangeability, basically, is what I'm talking about. So, the name that I settled on, that I liked a lot, hopefully it fits, I didn't even check that out. Sons of Sigmar. Straight out of Warhammer. They are, in the Total War Warhammer 2, and 1 as well, they're a regiment of renown that's unbreakable. They're swordsmen who never run away, but they don't have the best equipment. They don't have the best gear, and they can quite easily get wrecked. So, I'm tempted to leave the late game crisis on random, just because I don't necessarily want the Holy War to be first, but I'm so stoked to fight the Holy War that I think I can't help myself. So if we go through the banners and choose, for those of you guys, like, once again, who are a bit new, and you don't know maybe what all this means, we're choosing the first major battle type event that's going to happen for us, and the Holy War is the new one, which is why I'm choosing it. No permanent destruction. I've never really enjoyed that mechanic. It's a try-hard mechanic that I understand its existence, but for me, it's never been a fun one. If we're going for an Empire-themed run, we're going to want an Empire-themed banner as well. I love this banner. Very Empire-themed with the Griffin. Karl Franz rides the Griffin. But I wanted to see... This is also very, like, Sigmarite looking. It's got, like, the Warhammer. This is like Warhammer 40k, though. It's got the, what do they call these? Like the awards they stick to their power armor. Pretty sweet looking. But just to kind of do a quick cycle through, and then we'll check out the newer banners. And there's one newer banner in particular that I'm thinking of. We've used some of these before. This one. If we're going to be crusading, I mean, pile of skulls with like a crusader on top. Shining Sigmar's light into the desolate lands of Araby. That is what we're going to be doing. And if you're not familiar with Warhammer lore, don't worry. We'll talk about it a bit as we go into it. It's pretty cool and it's pretty fun. But the faction that we're kind of playing as are these sort of German... Oh, man. German industrial sort of... I don't know if they're like a Renaissance era. They're more like a pike and shot time period where they use halberds, but they also have early handguns. So it feels sort of fitting for our Let's Play that we use that. Because we have access to all of that now. We even have access to grenades. So that's going to be pretty sweet. Starting funds high, economic difficulty beginner. Just so we don't have to struggle in the early game. Which we can do it, guys. It's not that hard to get past. This is basically early game stuff. And it makes the mid game and early game drag on. Which is why I don't quite enjoy it. Combat difficulty, veteran, of course. I don't want extra... bonuses to hit and stuff like that. We don't need it. Iron Man mode, if you want to disable your saving, basically. Map seed, not interested. But the new unexplored mechanic, I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It added some decision-making processes that even considering it beforehand, I didn't fully understand until we got into the game and we found ourselves in difficult situations because I couldn't even see where the next city was. I had to really plan out what I was doing. And that was just a cool little added layer of difficulty. So, with all that said and done, guys, hopefully my positioning has been good. My green screen looks like it's been messing up a little bit. I don't like that. Yeah. Yeah, it's the coloring. I might have to adjust the lighting a little bit in here. Make it brighter. Maybe that'll help. I'm going to do that. Give me a second. I'll just get up and do that right now. It's the first time we mess with this. I feel like you guys are okay with a few mistakes here. I tested it before, but I didn't even consider. Yeah, just the different... See, even my movement messes it up. It's very interesting. I need to figure out something a little bit better than this. But the in-game looks fine. It's just the darker loading screens might be a little bit fuzzy. If any of you guys are experts in using OBS and green screens, please let me know, because you might be able to help me out a lot. And I understand if it's distracting for now, but maybe in the future it'll be better. So, hunt down bandits, ward off raiders, trap wolves attacking the farmsteads, all in the militiaman's work. And if more is asked, then there is simply more to answer. All to keep your home of Bockhorn safe. When a nobleman called on you, you and a group of ad hoc fighters took to the field in a battle between highborn. You didn't know their names or their quarry, only that one mustered you and your men to the field. And so there you went. Unfortunately, a low-born man with spear and shield is little more than a peasant with misgivings of warriorship. Your militia was used to hold a contingent of enemy knights in place, while your own side's archers rained hell from above. Very Braveheart, hitting knight and peasant alike. We'll hit theirs as well. After the battle, you and your men fled the fields for good. You took up arms as sellswords and swore to one another by blood pact that you'd never have a highborn in your company. A mercenary band of motley men, and that is that. We are our own lords. We are the sons of Sigmar. So, I'm going to be a little bit paranoid about this green screen situation, but it looks good now. Hopefully it stays good. And this is where the time investment is going to come in today's episode. We are going to be inspecting all of our brothers for positives and negatives. And it's going to give you guys a chance to sort of... It's almost like we're at a cattle auction or something. Like, you're going to get a chance to see which brother you like to claim. And just let me know in the comment section and I'll do my best. This guy is already an amazing brother. He's got strong and lucky. 3 stars and hit points. Do we get this guy like 200 hit points? No, that's not even possible, I don't think. But that would be sick, though. Just making him a god tank. With a star in fatigue and a star in melee defense and hit points, this guy is a god tank. He will not be using a pitchfork. That I can tell you. I hate to take stuff from people already, but okay, we'll go slow. Something else worth talking about, though, guys, is the fact that Bockhorn is our place. It's our village. It's very friendly to us. You can already see it starts with those types of relations. And it will be a sort of base of operations for us in this Let's Play. And it's perfect. As you can tell, it's located directly in the middle of the entire map. That is sweet. So we could go south sort of immediately if we want to after hanging around Buckthorn for a little bit. Or we could go north and mess with some raiders and such. Also, guys, there shouldn't be too much screen tearing. I lowered my FPS on OBS, which I think is what was causing the issue. So hopefully, no more screen tearing. If it does persist in this video, let me know. I'd be happy to try and fix it. Alright. More Battle Brothersing. Let's go to Bockhorn first. And just see what's here. Hopefully it's a well-stocked place. It's not. It's a really crappy starting city. That's rough. That's almost worth a restart. And I would hate to do that. So let's talk about this. So let's talk about restarting and save scumming and all that stuff. Let's get that out of the way right now. I don't like save scumming. I don't like trying to grub for armor. I don't like trying to like grub for like low damage battles. But I've been playing this game for a long time. I've got hundreds and hundreds of hours in Battle Brothers. I know when I take a fight that I can win without casualties, and when I have to take a fight where I just have to accept it. Someone's going to die, right? And when I have to accept it that someone's going to die, I let it happen. I'm not going to save scum. But if I take an easy fight... Ooh, let's pause it. We don't want the data to run on. If I take an easy fight and just pure RNG kills off my best brother, let's just give an example, I'm probably going to reload the fight. It's not going to be a big deal. I take it as a learning experience, an attempt to try and get better at the game. Jesus. We've got some interesting brothers. I'm kind of excited to see what's up with all these guys. But yeah, so that's no big deal. For this particular start, though, you might want to reload. I don't know if I'm going to do it right now. I kind of haven't made my mind up. It would just take seconds for us to do it. This is miserable. This is our starting city. This is our like hub for the rest of the game, and it has nothing. That's unusual in Battle Brothers, period. But for them to not have a tavern, a taxidermist, just anything here is pretty crappy. Because we can't take advantage of good prices. There's no weaponsmith. There's no armor. Like, all these good relations basically go to naught when we can't really get supplies here. That sucks. Yeah, so part of me just wants to reload this and just, go for a different map seed. Which sucks, I'm already starting to get attached to these characters. But you can just sort of see, for a second here, let's take a look at the types of characters you can get. I mean, we've got farmers. We've got poachers. We've got a vagabond here who's greedy. That makes sense. He's also sure-footed, which isn't bad. Greedy's not terrible on a vagabond. Dayteller, no real strengths there. We've got a miller who's an asthmatic, which is one of the worst traits you can get. And I don't know if that's something you can even get rid of, maybe. But look at these stars. He would have made an excellent polearm, bro, to switch out. We've got some fishers. He comes with a net. We have a swift militiaman. That could be pretty solid. I feel like they always give you this guy, the Skjald, Burkhard the Skjald, just to give you a chance at the achievement where you break a loot over someone's head. Not a loot, what is this thing called? A liar? That's what I'm looking for, not a loot. He's also gluttonous. More daytellers, kind of a lot of daytellers, but also a good bit of militiamen. And then you've got a butcher who's got a 6-pack. Wow, look at these stars. All right, guys. Let's this is for science, right? This is our campaign. Let's try this out. Let's quit here. We'll be able to jump right back in. It's not a big deal. We don't have to do any of this stuff over again. I would recommend it. If you're playing along at home, don't accept that. We can just reload. It's all random. We might get a worse position on the map though, so there's the trade-off. But it's just, for me, it's just not even interesting. To have a starting city that just has nothing to do. But we could end up with a city that's like in the top left or the top right or the bottom left or the bottom right. And then in that case, the traveling that we were looking forward to, like right now, look, we're pretty much all the way in the top right, which will make it harder for us to kind of move our base of operations down. We're not horribly placed. We're kind of like center top right, if that makes any sense. If I had to like put my finger on it. They should have more stuff here. They have a trapper. Let's see. Let's get into town and see what they have. I mean, they have a weaponsmith. Is that... I mean, that's not nothing. That's not nothing. It's nice to have a weaponsmith in a town that loves you. But only one... I feel like this is going terribly. Don't hate me for this, guys. But you should definitely do this. Oh, we got a gambler. Who's tiny, but quick. Just check out some of the backgrounds. Ailing. It's also giving you a chance, if you haven't played this game much yourself, we're kind of getting like a really good... Ooh, wow. Death Wish. That's an insane trait to have. We're kind of getting a cool look at just all the different variations of brothers that you can get. But it looks like they're pretty much always going to give us a minstrel. They want to give us a butcher real bad. Poachers, 2 farmers. The gambler is like a rare role, I feel. A miller, a fisher. I feel like we're always going to get 1 fisher just so we can get a net. And I think we had 2 militiamen last time as well. This is actually... I'm interested in doing this, guys. We're gonna check this out. Normally this would be something I just wouldn't even do. I would just accept my fates. But I consider this kind of sort of part of the game. Let's find a map seed that we're happy with. Sometimes I ask for map seeds as well. I have in the past. If you guys have like a really good one that you enjoy, where the brothers start off strong, you know, where the cities are all good. Let's come up here and check this out. The weaponsmith honestly was probably worth keeping, just for good prices on weapons. They have some ruins here. And all they have here is a taxidermist. Yeah, I mean, we might not get much better than that. I'm cool. I'm cool with keeping these guys. Let's hope that the brothers that we keep here are solid. So, what do we have? Hate for greenskins. We have Corey the Quick. I can already tell this is a quality brother. We're going to organize them by good or not good. That's what we're about to do right now. So, Corey the Quick, solid bro, good stars, hate for greenskins, and bright. We also have Helfric, who is paranoid, which helps out his defenses, but lowers his initiative, which is pretty crappy. It's a medium. I mean, if you're going to make him a melee bro, which he definitely will be with these types of stars, and solid hit points in the beginning at 68. Yeah, we'll just ignore this range star. This guy's good. He's a solid bro. We've got a poacher here who's a bleeder. Shouldn't be relevant all that often, so it's not terrible. 1 star on range skill as a poacher is not bad. Alright, who's up next? We have a thief who's got a fear of beasts, and he's craven. Oh, that sucks. He does have 2 stars in resolve to try and help him make up for that. But this is not a good brother. I would not want to keep this guy. We could even consider getting rid of him. We've got Ralph here, the Dayteller. Some decent range skill. And okay melee skill. He could be a hybrid. He could be a crossbow bro. Decent stars in initiative as well. Could see him as a nimble bro. Not terrible for a Dayteller. You could do much, much worse. We've got a fat bro, Friedrich. 2 in melee, 2 in ranged. Once again, excellent hybrid bro. I'll take that. You can always get rid of fat. Fat can go away. After you walk around for a long time, you can get an event that gets rid of it. Man, what's up with all these? Short-sighted and asthmatic. That's gotta go. Yeah, I can't keep him either. Asthmatic is just too terrible, guys. We can't do that. Another Dayteller with good... Oh, wow. Alright, you are going to be a pretty dedicated archer, good sir. For sure. Check out the last couple. That is Eberhard the Quick. Do we have multiple Quicks? We do. Corey and Eberhard. Alright, Manfred. You are hesitant, which just like wrecks your initiative, but look at all these stars. Wow. 3 stars in melee. 2 stars in melee defense. For me, this screams... he would be an excellent pole arm user / crossbowman. But I think he would also be a very good 2-hander as well. More short-sightedness. Not relevant on a melee bro, so I'm not scared of that. Does anyone have really good resolve? Because we'll be looking for a sergeant at some point. Ah, Mark Ward the pig does. He's brave. Also fat. Do minstrels make good sergeants? That's not even something I ever thought of. It kind of makes sense, though. They're almost like bards, in a way. But his stars aren't bad. I mean, this is not a terrible brother. We could consider making the minstrel our sergeant. Or our bannerman, right? I like that. And it's very thematic, too. See if we can keep him alive. Fatigue. He's got iron lungs, which is one of the best traits you can hope to get on Egan. And then I think Kettlemund is also solid. So we're going to take gear off of these guys. Because let's be real, we can't care too much whether they live or die. Let's hook up brothers who just don't have weapons yet. And we're going to look at how much gold we have. Yeah. It doesn't matter how good your stars and fatigue are, though. Asthmatic is just too brutal. I am going to... I think we should just dismiss. Yeah, we'll pay. We don't want everyone to get pissed. Probably should have paid the other guy, too. Alright. We need to check. We've got 1,240 crowns for our trouble. We need shields. We need shields and... I mean, it's nice to get a bow early. I'm going to buy the shields. This is going to be rough early fights for us. We need to put... Let's see, who has... I know we have a poacher. The Dayteller has the best stars. But we need to put our brothers who have the best chance of surviving with the best armor we can give them in the front. So it's going to be a bit of reorganization here. As we attempt to assemble something that looks like a fighting force. Slinger in the back. Something like this. Okay. Who has the highest starting range? probably just Edmund. So let's give him that. Give him our first bow. This is 25. We're wearing a lot of shirts, guys. That's what's a little scary to me right now. Alright, let's go for the sling here. Nope. There we go. Yeah, this might be the best we can do. Give him a knife and a bandage. Yeah, I'm not 100% confident I can keep everyone alive here. We're going to buy... We need helmets. Everyone should have even the cheapest helmet that we can give them at this point. Oh, this is so scary. I'm hesitant to spend gold on stuff that I know is trash. I'm missing out on 3, 4, 5 helmets. Ugh. Let's buy all the broken garbage. The brothers who stand out on the flanks need helmets. Yeah, we just gotta do it. We'll check out what our daily wages are in a second here. I'm all about giving the archer the hunter's hat. So everyone's got a helmet now. They all suck, but at least they have them. And I thought there was another... We'll sell those. I thought there was another shield that we could use, but I guess not. We only pay out 87 crowns a day. We could pick up another butcher. That might be worth it if I could give him another shield and helmet. I have a helmet here, but no other shield. Alright, guys. Let's see what the contract is. That might inform our decisions. Oh, no. Barbarian savages? Okay. This could be rough. They want me to take a fight. I would have way preferred to take a contract that wanted me to move. Because if they wanted me to move, we could have got, paid to do something that wasn't dangerous and then translated that money into more gear at a different city. And then in turn, whenever we go to do our first fight, maybe we have more shields, maybe we have better weapons, more brothers, etc. I'm going to accept this offer. And we're going to move to go and intercept. We can check out and see, what type of force we're dealing with. I am not confident in this fight. This is one of those fights where it could make or break the company. We could allow brothers to die, or we could try to... Save scum is kind of the wrong word, but we could try and keep brothers alive through this fight. Let's see. You find the barbarian village. The savages are in the midst of some religious ritual. An elderly man with a tortoiseshell necklace has his fist up the decapitated and shaved head. Oh, gross. That almost didn't even make any sense to me. He's letting the blood run down his forearm where children take horsehair brushes and sweep up the paint and go to run it against a wooden holy totem that stands a good 10 feet high. The primitives watch and chant in a tongue totally foreign to you. Manfred whispers as though out of respect for the ritual more so than fear of them hearing. Well, I say we go on down there and make an introduction, yeah? Let's attack. I just watched Apocalypto for like the 10th time the other day. And that's what that reminded me of. If you've never seen that movie, that is an intense film. See if we can't get rid of the dogs right away. Our chances to hit are looking pretty crappy. I was about to say, please get rid of that dog. Alright, one down. One down is not great. We're gonna shield wall. Would have been awesome to get rid of him. Let's back up. There are tactics to be used here. The battle is a bit split. Getting rid of both of the dogs would have made me much more confident here that we won't lose a brother. But, I mean, they just completely bypassed my shield wall. I'm happy they're spreading the damage around a little bit. Unless they kill Eberhard the Quick, who's definitely one of our better brothers. Alright, dog down. Okay, I'll take a hit even if it's a miss. Let's go for an aim shot, 36%. Good job. Eberhard is going to back up. We could have used his net, but... Alright. Let's shield wall here. Excellent. Step in and prevent all the throwing weapons from doing work. We'll pass here. I don't really foresee a scenario where I need to bring him in. But it could happen. Oh, God. Alright, militia spears are not weapons we wanted to see because it gives them increased chances to hit. Which, of course, just in turn make them scarier. We gotta land some of these hits because we don't have a lot of time before they just kill us. Alright, and we're bleeding currently. It's no good. Alright, we've got to land some of these. That one would have been a good one to land. Markward's not getting into the fight. That was a good one to land as well, but he's still... He's not scared still. We're going to net him. And step in here with Manfred to give him a different target. Okay. We did everything we could there. I'm not ashamed of that effort. I didn't quite see who we lost. And he's going to use adrenaline to go again. That's pretty brutal. Yeah, we didn't need much there. We just needed that to play out a little bit different. And we lost the Butcher. Rough. We got a lot of gold for our trouble. This is not an instance. I don't want to save scum our first battle. That feels bad to me. So we lost a frontliner. And a pretty strong one to boot. We picked up some pretty trash armor. But still probably better than nothing. We also got a bundle of javelins. Which I guess I should just be thankful for. We could use more frontline, brothers. There was that other butcher here that we can hire. Hopefully we get there before nightfall. No such luck. But anyway, let's get paid. Let's camp out for a second. We'll fast forward everything. Do they have any additional contracts? They do. And they want me to travel. That's great. A day to the northwest. Alright. We'll happily take that. And this will give us some time to heal and repair, I suppose. Let's come in here. And let's hire Eberhard. We'll read his backstory right now. Grinning ear to ear, Eberhard never looked so happy as when his shop opened and he got his first order of live pigs in stock. Given the terrible rumors of dark arts already going around, it wasn't long until people began questioning the source of his meats and drove him out of business. Eberhard's a butcher, but apparently has little interest in actually feeding the outfit. So he gets brave, which is sweet. He's got 1 star in melee skill, 1 star in melee defense, 1 star in hit points. Just going to be a solid shield bro for sure. Manfred. Give him the throwing spears. We could just sell those, of course. Dagger here. Or a knife. And I think our frontline weapons are all better than claw clubs. But you can use these. They cause bleed and stun. The claw clubs do. And then the antlers, cleavers cause bleed. But I think what we have is better. And unfortunately, if we buy Rudolph the Woodsman, who I want, he's very expensive. Probably just because of the axe. we look in here, just buying the axe by itself is 346. So it's not a bad deal. He would be our first two-hander. I'm going to sell the loot. It is a loot. What did I call it? I called it a liar earlier. I was all confused. We don't have a lot of tools and supplies either. Buying one stack basically bankrupts us. Food, we're good for 4 more days. I think we need to hold off on... Let's accept this contract. We'll travel. Maybe we'll get in a good fight. And we're going to get a chance here to get our first ambition. Getting 2,000 crowns will give us a standard. Complete 8 contracts, pretty easy. Defeat 5 packs of beasts. Discover a ruin and destroy it. All of these are pretty easy. If I could hold off on spending cash for a while, which I don't think I can do, it would be awesome to get a really early battle standard to help out our sort of low resolve that we have. It's also just a solid weapon. We're already halfway there. We're at 1,000 crowns. I could see myself holding off, but we're going to lose a lot more brothers if I do that, because that means I'm not buying shields. I'm not getting small pieces of armor. So let's set out into the wilderness and discover a place. That's something we should do pretty naturally. I wouldn't be surprised if we got attacked here. 5 barbarians may attack us. That's definitely a fight we can take. Yeah, I'm actually happy they attacked because we want experience. They should help us. They have some men. We don't have a helmet on Eberhard. And they're not helping us. They're backing up. Okay. Well, this is pretty dangerous now. We cannot shield wall with the small shields, the bucklers, so I honestly don't even want to fight with Eberhard. He's a solid brother. What I don't want is for them to come down here and get me. Let's shield wall, shield wall, shield wall. And I'm going to riposte here too. But what I'm expecting is for them to just step in on my polearm bros. So we're going to back up. If they want to do that, they're going to have to come and spend another turn moving. And I'm hoping these guys step in and help. Okay, riposte did not get me a hit there. Alright, shield wall is doing its work. When all brothers shield wall, it becomes much more effective. Their stats go up. I expected this 100%. Alright. Now we step in here. And with some polearm support, I'm hoping we can win that fight. We'll pass here because we're going to step up with Eberhard. Here we're going to need to switch our knife out. Good hit. If we kill him, and we do, that's a pretty huge plus for us. Good hit with the cleaver, and we landed the bleed. Go for the decapitation. 60%, and we land it. And we freak him the hell out. Let's see what this guy wants to do. Rough miss. I figured he would step in. So he saved me the trouble of moving, which means I still have an action. We're not going to move there. We will move here. Step in there. Nice. And we got an injury on him right at the end here. Manfred tanking. Wow, okay. Sucks that he managed to still hit that. Despite the odds that he wouldn't. Let's go back to the sling. Take our 24% chance. We'll wait here until we can step in a little bit better. Now they want to help us. Alright, and we've got him running. Good hit there. Armor's gone. Despite him being bandaged, he's got an injured shoulder and him sort of wanting to run away. His armor and everything is in good condition, so we don't really have to worry about him. And hopefully you guys are hearing the badass music that's playing right now as we channel our ancestors. Probably not all of our ancestors. These guys probably look a lot like my ancestors, though. I've got a lot of German in my family. German, French, Italian, some mix of all that. And we nail it. Still no levels. To be expected, considering how hard we're dividing experience. Happy to see the militia spear, and even the bundle of crew javelins we may be able to make use of. And the necklace is worth, you know, a small amount as well. So we're getting paid for our trouble. Part of me really wishes I had just taken the 2K and risked it. Would be so awesome to get the banner right away. As far as weaponry, I want to use the spear on someone. Ah, okay. We'll give it to Markward. He's only got 50 melee skill, so that feels appropriate. We can give the cleaver here to Frederick. Everyone else is doing okay. Crew javelins. Yeah, Eberhard here. Also going to be pretty slick with the range skill at some point. Now let's continue on our journey to Leader's Home. Crown's well deserved. They're now well supplied. And this place has a tavern and a barbershop. So I like getting a barbershop early so we can customize our brothers. Because a lot of times you guys want me to create a character for you. But you also want to have a specific look. So I can get that done with a barbershop. The prices here are garbage to sell. Like really bad. I need a helmet though, so I'm going to pick that up. I could use an extra quiver, but... and a short bow as well. I don't know. We need to make kind of a hierarchy of what it is that we really need. Helmets are absolute. One hit on the head can just kill a brother without it. Still up to 4 days worth of provisions thanks to some of the stuff that we picked up along the way. We're going to see what these contracts are, but let's see if we can hire someone. Torbjorn, we don't have a miner, so, you know, it's another unique background for us. He worked in the mines as a family tradition spanning many generations. Working in environments far too dark, the man accidentally killed a co-worker. The tragedy pushed him from the field. He's tough, all right, but he's got a wheezing sound. Oh, I wonder if he's like asthmatic. We'll take a chance. He's not, but he is a drunkard, which increases his damage and resolve, but lowers his melee skill and range skill. Drunkard is something you can get rid of. He's got high initiative. Not the best brother. He's also not terrible, though. He's about on par for what you should expect to get. And we need to get him a shield. And I think his helmet is barely a helmet. Yeah, it's only 10. And he's wearing rags. Let's get him a hood. Yeah, I mean, guys, we're gonna need some armor pretty soon here. Let's see what these contracts are. Maybe just more. Okay, another barbarian fight. We'll accept, but I need some more time to think about it. And then grave robbers here. A chance to kill thugs is probably just what we need. They're going to have more appropriate like armor and stuff that maybe we can get in weapons. I think the barbarians, just based on the cost or the payment, makes me think it's more appropriate for us. But let's go see. What I would love to find is a city where I can buy a little bit of armor. What I need to do is get like 4 or 5 solid brothers. Get them a few levels, get them decent armor, and then prop them up in the front and just support the hell out of them with pole arms. And then I can just sort of farm these early fights for loot, experience, gear, whatever. So just some thralls. Perhaps a little bit of a sketchy fight. I want everyone who can do a... Put these guys back. Everyone who can do a shield wall, I want them in the front. And our spear wall will be in the center. Let's take it. You find the village of savages, though from first glance they look an ordinary sort. Men, women, children. There's a blacksmith, a tanner, a one-eyed guy making arrows, and a huge executioner disemboweling corpses and washing the awful scum on a donkey. That one. That one reminds you of why you're here. Prepare to attack. That was awesome. That's hilarious. Oh, there's 6 of them. Not a lot of armor between them. So with a little bit of luck, I took the 29 aim shot. We're going to need to step in with our front line. I see lots of throwing weapons. Lots and lots of throwing weapons. Let's step in here for the better surround. Good hit. I mean, that's what we need. If we're going to win this, we need to get like 2 kills right off the bat. And we're not far. Almost. We hit him in the armor. Perfect. That's what I said. That's what we needed. So, the game gave me what I needed for once. Can't really complain. We'll move here because I think I'm going to move down with Torbjorn. Let's lock him down and hit him, mostly so that he doesn't throw those axes at me. Yeah, I hate this position. I wish he was here. Let's see what they do. Good misses. Okay, that took our helmet. Alright. Alright, not terrible. And a good landed shot there. Let's support our brothers. Let's step over here. Leave room for me to shoot in here. 24%, we whiff. I'm going to wait, because I think we're going to get this kill right now. And that'll free me up to step in with Eberhard. Good hit. Yeah. Our recent minor purchase is currently being under threat. Let's get in there and attack. Excellent bleed. Happy to land that shot. And we've got so many brothers that can hit this thrall. We don't have to get very lucky to make sure that we keep Torbjorn alive. Excellent. And any brother who's healthy is going to be one that can step in here. Took the kill mostly just to see if we could freak this guy out, but we didn't. So obviously, guys, in the early game, we can't really flex too much on my desired goals of certain types of weaponry that I want to use. I mentioned in the beginning that this is going to be a Warhammer-focused series of builds, but in the early game, it's a mad dash to get whatever armor, whatever weaponry I can get, and then as we slowly acquire pieces, that's when it's going to get fun. I've got ideas to do like flagellants. Basically nimble dodge bros who use the 3-headed flails, which we're going to grab in the south, I'm confident. We're going to do Zweihanders, so we're going to have 2-handed bros who basically look straight like greatswords from out of Warhammer. We're going to do like halberdiers. It's going to be sweet. It's going to take, you know, a long time to get all that stuff fully fleshed out. And we get bundles of javelins and throwing axes as well for our trouble. The last time we did a peasant run, and some food, which we needed. The last time we did one of these peasant runs for a little while, it was very successful. And one of the things that I tested out was the usefulness of having every brother in the front line also double as a throwing weapon brother. So it made us pretty damn powerful. We went through ammunition like crazy, but it was also an incredible strategy, which I think is legit. I think it's a really legit strategy too. Alright. The prices here still suck. Are old wooden shields better than, they indeed are. 16 versus 16. They're just heavy. It's pretty much their biggest downside. And as far as perks go, everyone's getting Colossus right off the bat. That is a no-brainer for me. Just make them as survivable as possible. And that goes for everyone. It's going to prevent us... Well, first off, it gives us 25% bonus HP, which on some of our brothers is quite a bit. But also reduces the chance to sustain injuries. And then at level 2, we're going to grab Student on everyone for acceleration and experience gain, which we will desperately need. So, alright. Manfred, right off the bat. This is where we start having decisions to make as to how we build our brothers. Some of them are going to be, you know, polearm crossbow users / handgun users, because we're going to make handgunners, guys. It's going to be so sick. But every brother needs to be evaluated on an individual basis. I can't just say, well, actually I can, but it would take a lot of time and a lot of like sifting through brothers and dismissing brothers and hiring new brothers, which we can't do until sort of the late game. But I've got to sort of play with what I have in front of me, right? I can't say, take a brother with no stars and ranged skill and just, you know, say he's going to be a ranged bro. Like, it's not going to work that way. So I need to sort of work around what the game give me. If I can be a little bit clever about it, it'll make it a lot easier. So, Manfred, right off the bat, this guy is a stud. He's almost too good to waste as a brother who does anything with range skill. I think we just need to go full-on Zweihander with him, which is what we're going to do. His HP could be better, but I'll take these three rolls. These are really pitiful considering the types of stars he has, which is kind of making me want to not take these rolls, and instead, if this was a better resolve roll, I would take it. No, I think that's foolish. I think we just take these. Take the 3s. Crappy rolls, not our fault. Alright, this is going to be a sword and board brother for sure. Could also potentially build him as one of our first flagellants. But he's got the resolve. This is the brother that I think we're going to make. He's our minstrel. He may yet become either a sergeant. Alright, we'll take the 3 there. We'll have to see. He's going to become either a sergeant or a bannerman. But let's worry about his combat stats before everything else. Range defense, not all that relevant. But we could start pumping his resolve. I'm tempted more to get him just a little bit of extra HP, even though that's not a tremendous roll. If we're going to go resolve with him, then eventually we're also probably going to get Fortify Mind to boost his resolve, and then rally the troops. That'll make him really good at calling back units, but he could very easily be our sergeant. But sergeants have to live. They have to have good stats. I'm going to take a 3 roll in HP. We probably don't need to pump hit points that much more than this. Alright, this is Ralph. He is a ranged bro through and through. He just doesn't have the stats yet. He will, though, if we can get him there. I'm going to take this natural 4. We want to get everyone over 71 HP. That's the magic number of not getting one shot by some of the stronger weapons in the game. We will take a 4 there in range skill, and we will eventually get him to that point. We're going to also take... a 5 in initiative is great. But we're going to take a 3 in fatigue, which also will play into him being a nimble bro at some point. And look at the defensive stats on this dude. He also has Paranoid, which even further plays into that. I see him as a frontline bro. Especially with that high HP. Let's build him as such. We'll take the 3 there in melee skill. I'm also going to take this 4 in Resolve, believe it or not. Because these are not great rolls for his defenses. But him having 36 Resolve is kind of unacceptable later. And a natural 4 roll. And then we'll probably never pump his HP again. And we're going to expect to get way higher melee defense and melee range rolls in the future. And we'll always probably grab his melee skill to make sure that he's useful. We just need to remember what he is to us, you know? Right now, he just looks like a polearm bro, but his stats will tell me what it is that he needs to do. Okay. We've also got Corey the Quick here. Probably going to be, could be a decent two-handed bro. If we can just get him there. 3 in melee skill, a 4 in fatigue. I don't want to pass that up. It's his resolve that sucks. Wow, look at these rolls. May even want to take this natural 4 in range defense. But every time I see a 3 in resolve or higher, I'm going to want to take that. But I can see him getting into decent two-hander territory. He might be another Zweihander for us. We'll keep an eye out for that. And then Egon here, who is a pretty unremarkable bro other than the fact that he has iron lungs. And pretty naturally high fatigue. Probably just looking at another solid shield bro here. Give him more fatigue. And the resolve sucks, the hit points suck. Let's just take the 3 in range defense. Not relevant yet, but will be, hopefully shortly. And guys, just like that, I'm looking over and we're nearing an hour. Let's hook him up with the throwing axes. Throwing javelins. And the others we can probably just sell. I don't think we're going to make good use of throwing weapons this Let's Play. We'll focus on other things. And then when we come back, guys, we'll have a barbershop that we can mess with. You'll have your name suggestions. You can tell me what it is that you all want to see. We can do the next contract after we adjust our looks and names and all that good stuff. And we can also, you know what? Let's buy a round for the men. In honor of today's episode, let me know what you think about the webcam. I'm down to do it more if you guys love it. If it's distracting, let me know. It's a little awkward because... yeah, see how I'm in the snow? Oh, that's so distracting. Hopefully it hasn't been like that the whole time. It sort of makes me want to just ixnay the whole episode and just start over, but... I don't know. It's cringy. It's my first time doing it. Hopefully you guys understand. We're going to accept the contract. And we're going to call it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Brett. Channel's Goodtalk Gaming. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.